Thought I would drop this off. Definitely think it can help you. How did it go this week, right? There's the icebreaker. You gave them an item of value. Now they feel like the law of reciprocity, they owe you just at least an answer. How did it go this week? Let them speak. They are in control. They are in control. So if they say, oh, it was terrible, don't immediately say, well, if it's terrible, then why don't you list with a realtor? Let them just let it all out. Be their consultant. Are there any changes to the information you provided me last week? Is there anything I can help with? Do not put them down that they didn't get the house sold. Remember, the key is to let them self-discover that this is not easy. And if you keep providing them value, then when they're ready, they will look to you as one of the first people that they bring in. Let them know again, of course, if there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to call. Remember, you're in the sales business, you need to close this loop. You have to ask for the business, so if there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to call. Step 3, 7 days after the visit. People ask me, Mike, how many days should I wait till I visit them again? 7 days. In fact, I would visit every 3 days, but you know what, as we're building this foundational piece, every 7 days, go back and hand deliver another guy. And by the way, when I said 7 days, I'm assuming that you've called in between there. I'm assuming that you're called in between there. So visit number 3, dialogue. I was thinking of you the other day, and I thought I would drop this off. Oh, but Mike, was I really thinking about them? Yes, if you're in the business of real estate, you should be thinking about potential customers and clients. So don't think that this is hokey. This is real. You should be thinking of them. So when you tell them, hey, I was thinking about you the other day, I wanted to drop this off. How did it go this week? Ask them, how did it go this week? Are there any changes? Is there anything I can do to help? And if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to call. It's that basic. Be repetitive. Stop thinking you need to have this beautiful conversation. It's just the same thing so you can get to consistency. That's the first phase before you become more efficient and proficient, right? Step 4 in the follow-up, 7 days after visit number 3, go back and hand deliver again. Some of you who are exhausted shouldn't be right now, but I know it feels exhausting as you visit them again. This is how for-sale owners work, guys. So we call it, hey, since you're getting close to selling your house, I thought this would be a valuable, right? So in this guide, it talks about transfer tax, 1031 exchange, things that will be of financial value, but always remember to tell them that you're not an accountant and you believe you should talk to their tax professional or a CPA. Again, item of value. This is the non-threatening approach. How did it go this week? Is there anything I can do to help? Anything I should be aware of? And if there's anything you need, please don't hesitate to call. Believe me, each week that goes by, they will bring up more things they're going to share with you. Oh my gosh, this realtor lied to me this week. The customer lied. The person didn't show up on time. These are opportunities for you to be their superhero when things fall apart. So note, since you're getting closer, is very important as this phrase is designed to solicit. Okay, I'm going to go back again. This line is very important as it is a phrase that is designed to solicit a frustrated response from a FSBO. Right? When you say, since you're getting closer, they're going to be frustrated. They're going to respond not in the most nice way if they haven't sold their place. When it does, close the for-sale owner to a listing conversation by using the dialogue. So when they're frustrated and they say, oh, Mike, I can't believe I haven't sold it yet, actually. You know, I'm really frustrated by all this nonsense, the lying from the buyers, the lying from the agents. I'm sick of this nonsense. Boom. You're going to use the dialogue that we're going to share in a little bit on how to have a conversation. Pivot to the presentation. Step 5, on the follow-up call, if the presentation didn't go well, okay, repeat this call every week until the house gets sold. Hi, this is Mike Napolitano with RE/MAX Edge, and I'm just touching base with you. As simple as that. Mike, I've tried this and it doesn't work. As simple as that. The question I would ask you, how many times did you do this? Right? I go back to the gym method. You check in with somebody. How's it going to the gym? If they've only been working out at the gym in the first week, are they going to get the results that they want? Probably not. In fact, probably not. Definitely not. Same thing goes here. As an agent calls, simply put, they should be saying the same thing every week. Why? If you really believe that the forcible owner remembers you every single time, you're mistaken. They're being called, so they don't always remember you. So just go right to it. Hi, this is Mike Napolitano with RE/MAX Edge. I'm just touching base with you. Pause. How did it go this week? Any changes? Is there anything I can do to help? If you need anything, please give me a call. When I'm teaching you this, guys, this is the foundational structure of working with forcible owners to create a consistent business. Believe me, for those that are on this meeting right now that are thinking, oh my gosh, I'm a little more advanced, that's okay. But for those that don't have an advanced business, when I say advanced, don't get insulted. Advanced would mean consistent. If you're consistent like this, then beautiful, congratulations, you're ready for the advanced FSBO class that I teach. But this is the basics. If you're not doing this on a regular basis, that's why you're not getting the results you're looking for in working with forcible owners. If you're still around in the 8th week, a relationship has been formed. Believe me, because all the agents are tapering down. Their competition is dropping. So now they're starting to remember you because maybe only 10 agents are calling them now. So now the FSBO should have enough value from you because each week you're teaching them how to be a real estate agent, right? And then they self-discover you are different from the flock. At the beginning, it's hard to self-discover that because there's so many variables like wanting control and then the overwhelm of all the agents calling them, the overwhelm of the buyers not being real buyers, and it's just a lot of stuff. Now at the end, when it starts to taper down, they're going to see how different you are because you consistently follow up. You're persistent, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, many people, when they're surveyed by NAR, say that agents who are consistently follow up win, and they don't feel annoyed as long as they're providing value. Closing a forcible by owner conversation. Here we go, guys. Always be on the lookout for close me signs. Close me. Tell me I should work with you. Tell me I should work with you. So after using the phrase, since you're getting closer, as we mentioned before, or somewhere during the follow-up process, don't be surprised if the FSBO starts to ask you a lot of questions like, Mike, why hasn't our house sold? Then you can go into it, right? Is it the price? I'm not a fan of going right into the price first. I want to talk about exposure typically. Should we drop the price? I would not give that answer, right? This allows you to close them to a conversation, to a closing. Remember, do not give the advice. Many agents make this mistake. Do not give the advice. Ask for permission to have a conversation about how you do things. If you give the advice, they might take your advice and sell it on their own or sell it with another agent who might be cheaper in services. This conversation should be able to allow you to convert to a conversation, a listing conversation, presentation rather. Mike, what should we do? How's the market? What are they saying, guys? This is close me, please. Close me, please. Close me, please. What should we do, Mike? Right? Well, if you'd allow me, Sally, we would spend about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and I can go over all the things that not only that I do, but what we can do together. Does that sound fair? Mike, all right, good, good. 40 minutes sounds like a lot, though. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, that's the way I work. So if you'd like, I could share with you what we should do, okay, or what you should do, but it's going to take a few minutes. So if you wouldn't mind, I'll be able to sit down with you, go over 40 minutes. Do you have some time right now? How's the market? Well, that's great that you're asking that question, but usually I talk about that during my presentation, and usually it takes about 10, 15 minutes, I cover it. Would you be open to me having a presentation or / conversation with you right now? It usually takes about 40 minutes to go over everything. Yeah, sure, Mike. Remember, they asked you to close me. They said, how's the market? If they're asking you now to close them, don't tell them how the market is. Now ask for permission to sell your goods, sell your services. Hello? Sell your services. If you don't sell your services, they're going to take the advice, use it, and cut you out. Now you've given them too much value. We're not getting something in return. There's nothing wrong with getting something in return. Isn't that the way human nature works? If you're giving over delivery on value, shouldn't you expect a return of some sort? Even on the just humanistic level, not just in a monetary level. If you've done something for somebody, you don't expect all the time, but you know that if you needed something, that person might be there for you. It's the same thing when you're working with a for-sale by owner. You've given a tremendous amount of value. Now you say, hey, it's my opportunity to sell my goods. This is a little bit different than the humanistic piece because this is a for-profit business. And for sure, there's nothing wrong for wanting to make profit. That's your duty. This is what you're in business for.